Yes.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Jonathan Lum, and I'm excited to share my action research plan, Improving Reading Comprehension Through Academic Vocabulary Instruction at Western Middle School. This plan is focused on enhancing student outcomes through strategic, research-based vocabulary instruction. Let's begin with why action research is the best approach for this challenge. Action research is hands-on and practical to help solve a problem within our work environments. Built on research-based strategies, it helps provide the best possible solutions. It's collaborative in nature. It brings all of us together to solve a common problem. It's also a cyclical process, allowing us to observe, plan, implement, and evaluate. The ultimate goal is to support our students and achieve meaningful academic growth. This is why action research is the best choice. So what is the problem? Although our ELA scores are slightly above state average, they still remain much lower than the state goal. Our average right now is 55.8%. The statewide goal is 81%. And these scores have dropped since 2020 from the pandemic and the shutdowns of the schools. Before that, you used to averages in the low 70 percentage points. Now it's in the upper 50 percentage points. So we have not recovered to pre-pandemic levels, and a large part of that is the vocabulary is a huge struggle for students that have led to a declining comprehension. So why focus on vocabulary? Research gives us strong, clear answers. Vocabulary is a significant factor for reading comprehension at the middle school level. It supports all students, students with disabilities, English language learners, and general education students. Research has shown that vocabulary depth is more important than breadth. Um, the vocabulary depth just simply means knowing how to use a word and not just knowing what it means, not just knowing a list of them. Better vocabulary skills equals more investment in reading task. So, what is the plan? As stated, the problem is the students are struggling with reading comprehension due to a lack of academic vocabulary knowledge. So my research was based on how will the explicit instruction of academic vocabulary improve reading comprehension among our students? The intervention strategy is the implementation of explicit academic vocabulary instruction using research-based strategies. This includes using Tier 2 and Tier 3 words, which we explain later, graphic organizers, semantic mapping, and other activities actively using the vocabulary. The goal is to improve the students' reading comprehension skills by increasing their academic vocabulary knowledge through consistent and explicit instruction strategies across all subject areas. Now, there are numerous benefits for all parties. For students, they help gain stronger reading skills and higher engagements. For teachers, they receive effective instructional tools and experience fewer classroom frustrations. For administrators, it helps improve the ELA scores and academic growth in their own building. For the families, children are more confident in reading and better prepared for success, which is a huge benefit to the family. So, what strategies work? Now, I'm going to give you some ideas that I have found in my research, but we will continue working on this in our next few steps. Target high impact words. Previously, I mentioned tier 2 and tier 3 words. These are words, tier 2 words are primarily used across content subject areas. Tier 3 words are focused primarily on your content. Now, both sets are very important for students to learn, but we want to target the ones that are used most often in their units. Repeated exposure. Again, this goes back to basics. Hitting the words again and again is a huge help. As mentioned previously, teaching vocabulary depth. Now, how do we do that? A few examples are teaching about the prefix, the root, the suffix, integrating the synonyms and antonyms, using the vocabulary in sentences and the writing and discussion, Connecting the words to visuals or motion, pictures, diagrams, or acting them out. Something along those lines would be perfect. Here's an example of what one of our English language arts teachers does. Here we have pronunciation, parts of speech, definition, imaging, sentences, sentence from the text. These are all great examples when she focuses on high impact words. Now, what is required for all of us in the next few months? Step one is over the summer, we want to discuss these vocabulary instruction strategies and determine what is most practical to use in what content areas. We'll break into groups and look up research to find what that works best for everyone. Uh, then when the school year starts, we want to pre-test the students based on reading comprehension, which highly integrates the vocabulary. We'll put the data into Google Sheets to organize it, and then throughout the units, we're implementing the explicit vocabulary instruction strategies that we mentioned and discussed over the summer. Then we would do a post-test at the end of it with the same passage, the same questions to show how much they have grown. And by the end of it, then we'll start collecting data to show the score improvements, the student surveys, teacher interviews. The goal is to show how much the students have improved with this implementation of this plan. Thank you for your time and commitment to improving student learning. Together with a focused vocabulary plan, we can build a stronger group of readers and more confident learners at Western Middle School.